support team that's here today too. And when I was an agent for James Harden, I went to a lot of Thunder games early in his career, and Russell's dad is going to be a perfect part of Lakers Nation with the energy he brings.
We're going to do some photos.
Perfect.
All right. Rob's going to officially introduce Russell to the Lakers.
It is a official, if you will, big game.
I like that.
Russell Westbrook. You like that?
I do. You know, for me, having played in the 80s and to see how the league has evolved as to, you know, players trying to connect, to, you know, collaborate even, trying to win championships. You see what's happened in Brooklyn. You see what happened in Golden State a few years ago, LeBron going to Miami. So that's cool. That's now. And to have Russell Westbrook at this point of his career, you know, be added to already dynamic duo in LeBron and AD, and we gave up some young talent, but to get him at this stage of his career where he's still dominating and has grown mentally, you know, he's matured into this very sound, iconic elite there back home, and to be able to add to the scenario that we already have, it puts us right in the mix as far as predicting who's going to win a championship. I'm almost sure the Lakers are going to be pronounced and, you know, predicted to do so. Other teams will be too, but when you add not just any other player, you're adding the guy that just broke Oscar Robinson's record. And I said this before, the guy has 2 hearts in his chest, relentless, and has the right attitude right now. Having played in Oklahoma, Houston, D.C., played with some other star players. And I love what he says. You know, he doesn't have anything to prove, and he doesn't. But I'm for sure it'd be nice to add a championship to what he already has achieved and gold medals and things of that nature.
Right, which not having anything to prove is much different than being motivated to reach that one common goal. You just heard Frank Vogel say that's the motivation. It's the trophy. There's the element of coming home. He said it's still so surreal. He used to try to leave school to go watch the Laker parades. He is a Laker fan through and through. But I'd be remiss, Big Game, because a couple days ago we showed on this show a clip from Kobe a couple of years ago when he was asked about the parallels, the comparisons he sees of him and Russell. And it's that work ethic. It's what he embodies night in and night out. And we get to now see that in a purple and gold jersey. And
listen to Rob, you know, reminisce about Kobe and what he thought of Russell. I'm sure Kobe didn't say that about too many people.
Right.
And without having heard that, Russell does embody that relentless, disciplined work ethic year after year after year, game after game, never standing down, always coming at you 110%. You don't do what he's done without that type of attitude. He's tough. He's an assassin. He can get nasty. He can get physical, and he does embody that Kobe mentality. So that's what we have to look forward to. And as he stated, he has really had a good relationship with Kobe, and you know, so did LeBron and everyone who comes here to represent that iconic, you know, history that Kobe had. He'll be added to that list.
It's obviously one of those moments that we can't get enough of, but at the same time, as Russ mentioned, whenever it comes to Kobe, the conversations, the thoughts, the brotherhood will never leave his mind, never leave his head, and it's with him every single day. I've been told that we've got a great shot that you will appreciate between Russ and the one and only Jim Hill.
Hey, Jim Hill, for almost 40-some years, always says, keep the faith, and the Lakers have been faithful to their organization, and we've kept the faith, and we've landed another iconic player in Russell Westbrook.
You lead us from the studio. He gets that first question you said every single time. How did Russell Westbrook land in Los Angeles? In case you missed it, it's a lot. But for a player like this, that's what it takes. Here are the details, of course. Kyle Kuzma, KCP, Holiday, Dinwiddie, they all go to the Wizards. Some picks, and obviously the one and only Russell Westbrook here in LA. You've got the Nets in the mix. Chandler Hutchinson, the Spurs acquired, the Pacers acquired. There's a lot there, big game.
Yeah, and when you want to get a player like Russell and the immediacy of trying to win a championship, LeBron's window is I'm going to say is closing instantly, but we know he has some few good years left, so we're trying to win right now with AD. I remember in Kobe's latter years, I can't remember what all the transactions were, but I remember Steve Nash coming in here, kind of injured a little older. Dwight Howard, coming in. And so, yeah, the Lakers have not been afraid to make moves in the past in order to get what they need to win. And so here we find ourselves with 17 championships. And with the addition of Russell, it's easy to look forward to 18.
The lucky thing for you and I is the only thing we have to remember right here, right now, is that Russell Westbrook is a Los Angeles Laker. Everything else, we'll leave that to everyone else. Look at the depth chart for the Lakers. A big piece of that depth will be the addition of future Hall of Famer Carmelo Anthony. Monday, I caught up with Melo to discuss his outlook for the upcoming season. We want to welcome in one of the newest Laker faces, Carmelo Anthony. Melo, thank you so much for taking the time, which, speaking of time, you just said it. Timing is everything, and you've been in the league a long time. Did you ever think that there would come a day where you would don the purple and gold for the Los Angeles Lakers?
Never. I try to think about it. I try to, process it. I know what it means, to wear purple and gold, just, from the history of the game, and just following and competing against it, and really understanding, the true essence of what it means to be a Laker. So I just wanted to get that out. But never have I thought, man, that I would be wearing purple and gold, especially at this point in time of my career. But, hey, everything happens for a reason, and I believe that.
So there's two sides to this, because you say never would you have thought, yet here at this point of your career, I have to ask, because as you look at the roster, obviously one thing jumps out to so many people. You and LeBron, you come into the league together, currently number 3 and number 10, Melo, on the all-time scoring list in NBA history, which means a lot of history, obviously, between the two of you going way back to high school. What have the conversations been like over the years about being able to play together? Because you just said it, season 19, did you really have to make us wait this long?
We probably didn't have to make you wait this long, but I just think that throughout our careers, we've always been on parallel paths.
You see what's happened in Brooklyn. You see what happened in Golden State a few years ago. LeBron going to Miami. So that's cool. That's now, and to have Russell Westbrook at this point of his career, be added to already dynamic duo in LeBron and AD, and we gave up some young talent, but to get him at this stage of his career where he's still dominating and has grown mentally, he's matured into this very sound, iconic elite